going down if you're not around. Hello guys, I'm live. I'm an hour late. I did tell you all on Twitter. If you didn't see it, I can only apologise. But yeah, there's a reason for it. Family commitments. Being that the son wanted to watch Peaky Blinders on the TV. And he never wants to watch anything. We tend to watch sports together, so that's not an issue. But this week, Peaky Blinders has started. I've never watched it. So I was just like, went and sat in the garden for a little while, and then I was watching. I wasn't watching it. I was listening to it in the background. You know, it's not my thing. I don't think I'm going to like it. So I don't think I'm going to bother with it. Hi, Skip. How are you? Thanks for coming in. I hope everybody saw my notification on Twitter that I was going to be an hour late. Wouldn't surprise anyone, really. I'm just useless. Oh, Lordy, Miss Claudia, it's been so hot today in England. Where are you? Hi, Surf. How are you doing, darling? It's so hot today. I've done nothing. Big fat zero. And I'm still hot and bothered. And I've decided I'm going to go to Carnival tomorrow. Carnival. Yes, I am. Little bit worried because all the shops. Hi, that guy. Hi, Ollie. That guy. Is it Jason? Or have I got that wrong? Anyway, yeah. So this girl is going to Carnival tomorrow, guys. I haven't been for years and years. And those of you that don't know what it is, those of you like that aren't Brits, check it. Oh, it's Jacko. Hi, Jacko. Yeah, those of you that aren't Brits don't know what Notting Hill Carnival is. It's a huge carnival. It's been going for about 35 years, something like that. And it's in celebration of West Indian heritage. So the music is amazing. Who is talking to me? Hang on a minute. I'm just going to bash somebody up. It's my daughter telling me to take some money in cash and fruit for food and drink and take a bottle of water for the train. Thanks, darling. Right, hang on. Let's just send her some kisses. Bless her. They do look after me, even though I don't want them to half the time. They do look after me. She's been into London today. She's been to Theatreland to see, I can't remember. I think my son-in-law took my grandson to see Zog, is it? And she took my granddaughter to see Worst Witch. So they've been in London in all this heat. So, oh, geez, please stop. Can you please share this, everybody, so that everybody knows I'm in? Hi, Ria. I haven't seen you for a long, long time. Okay. Ria says that the oldest carnival in the UK is in Ryde, which is in the Isle of Wight. Oh, okay. But it's not as big as Notting Hill. Notting Hill Carnival, for those of you Americans, check it out. It's huge. It's massive. And they have beautiful music, costumes. They have parades going through where dancers are on the float singing and dancing. Now, I went years ago, and you know what? I was thinking about it today, trying to think how many years ago was it that I went. I have to tell you guys, I think it was about 20 years ago that I went. So things will have changed. But I've been trying to go for the last couple of years, and I just want to put this out on Twitter that I'm live. Hang on one sec. I'll be with you in just one sec. Then I can concentrate. Until then, I'm not very good at multitasking, guys. Right, what was I saying? Yeah, I went about 20 years ago. I used to go regularly. Every year, loved it. Then I didn't go for a few years, and then the last year I went, all the calypso music had gone. I don't know whether it was just that I was in the wrong part of it, but the calypso music had gone, and I used to really love the calypso music, you know, like with the steel pans and that. Yeah, loved it. Could dance all day long. Anyway, they then had all these bands in, like with great big speakers and really loud music, which were quite deafening if you happen to be standing next to one. Hi, Dre. How are you, darling? Hi, Billy. Nice to see you back in. Anyway, so, nowhere to park. Oh, you tried to get to Cowsweek, but you had nowhere to park. Do you know, that is the problem with these big places, because I got to, hang on a minute, I'm sorry, I haven't bothered with makeup today. And I shan't bother with makeup tomorrow because it's going to be so blooming hot. What's the point? There's no point, is there, guys? Anyway, so, yes, I'm going to meet up with my son. I'm going to drive over to London, which is about, how many miles? Maybe 25 miles, something like that. It's not far. Park the car. Now, it's in my old stomping ground, so I'm familiar with it. So I'm going to park my car there, meet my son, then we're going to get the train, get the tube into London now. And then we're going to get off at Shepherd's Bush, and then we're going to walk into Notting Hill. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The only problem is, with Notting Hill Carnival, it's so big, guys, that they close all the stations sort of in a radius around it. So it's very difficult to get into. How it has thousands of people there, I don't know, because they can't all be locals. But we've worked out a way, because we know North London. We know how to get into there from North London. And it's actually Northwest London, where I used to live. So we know our way in there. And it's going to be an absolute... I just hope I'm going to have enough energy, guys. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Am I going to have enough energy? Because I'm a little bit older than the last time I went. So I'm going to have to wear trainers. I don't know what to wear. Could wear shorts and trainers, because I've got to think about comfort. What do you think, guys? Shorts, trainers, a little top? How was your time with your family? Yes, it was okay. Thanks, Dre. Thank you. Good to see you too. Oh, thank you. Bless you. I'll be okay. Do you know what? It's silly, guys. Those of you that know me know I'm a bit of a travel phobe. Do you know, since I said to my son, yeah, all right, I'll come, I've been worrying. I've been stressing a bit. I can tell you, because you're my mates. I'm just like, what? Why am I stressing now? It was my idea to go. My son wasn't even bothered about going. And I was like, oh, I really want to go this year. I've been for years. I want to go. I want to dance. I want to dance with a policeman. And he said, all right then, Mum, I'll come with you. And it's like, now that he's said yes, I'm like, oh. That's what living with anxiety does to you guys. If people don't understand what anxiety is, that's what it is. So now I've got a big chunk of it there. Right there. There, I can feel it. Anxiety. Why am I anxious? I don't know. He said that I might have to go on the underground, but he said it's overground, if that makes sense. So that's okay. As long as it's overground, I'm okay with that. So it's not that. What am I anxious about, guys? Hi, Denise. Did you go to the pub with my neighbour? Yes, I did, and I had a good time. I sat under the umbrella. I love how the policemen dance and enjoy themselves at Notting Hill. They do. They absolutely do. I asked the teen if he wanted to come. He went, no, you're all right, Mum. You go. You go and have a good time, Mother. So we've decided we're going to get in there for about midday, spend a few hours, maybe 3 hours, and then get the hell out of there, because it turns like that. And before you know it, you could be in a bit of bother. So you have to be careful. No, it's not like that, really. It's not. I mean, it's no more dangerous than anywhere where there's a lot of people. You just have to keep your eyes open and be a bit street savvy. Well, we look like locals, so we're all right. We don't look like tourists. What am I going to wear, guys? I thought you take Xanax for that. I don't have Xanax. I have, that's an idea, you know. I don't have Xanax. I have, I can't remember what it's called. It's called now. Phenergan. I have Phenergan that I use to sleep with. Now, I don't really want to take that because what happens if I fall asleep on the train? But yeah, I am a bit anxious. So I think, you know, in all seriousness, I may have to take one on the way. It's really weird because, you know, I've always been a travel phobe. I've always put off traveling. I've always, you know, I'm one of these, oh, let's not bother. Let's not do that. Because I've always allowed my anxiety to get on top of me. But since I've been to, I mean, I managed to go to blooming Paris on the Eurostar. I've been on the Eurostar 6 times. You know, yeah, I don't like it. I can't say I like it, but I'm not in a state of panic the whole ride. When we go underground, I don't like it. And that's when I have to use distraction strategies. For those of you that suffer anxiety, you know what that means. Xanax is for anxiety. I don't have Xanax, so I don't have that. Anyway, so I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, on the Eurostar, speed is a problem for me. I don't like going fast. So how fast does the train go? It goes about 150 miles an hour. Oh, there's a big daddy long leg. Oh my Lord, it's the biggest one of the year, guys. Ah, it's going to have to go. Ah, get off. Hang on. Get out. I'm serious. Just get out. I'll be back in a tick, guys. Hang on. Oh, yeah. I can't have you flying around. Oh, where's it gone? I've got a blank canvas, guys. If it comes out again, it's out. Hang on a minute. Well, this is all going well, guys. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. I don't know if it went out. Can't see it. It was a monster. I'm telling you, it was a monster. I'm glad you're laughing. I'm glad you find that amusing. Right. I think it may have gone out. Please have gone out. Right. Gonna have to sit there with this now. Oh my God. Let's have a drink. Oh. Oh. It was a monster, guys. I could see its eyes. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like one of those little ones that I have taught myself to live with. It wasn't one of those. It was like a monster. I think it might have gone out because it would have gone on the... Yeah. Yeah. Right. Where were we? Oh, there's the baby one there. That's a diddy one. Where's bloody great big mother? You come out and you've had it. I mean it. They don't live long in this house. I mean, I hate killing things. I really hate killing things because I am an animal lover. But daddy long legs is... I can't. I just can't. It's like 2 things in one, isn't it? A daddy long legs. What's... Hi, Wade Bowen. I'm all right. Hi, Rye. I just had a monster daddy long legs in here. I don't like them. They're the only thing, you know. I have been known, I'll be honest, I have been known, if I've seen one, I've been known to whack it really hard because I just can't with them. Because they're like the worst of both worlds, aren't they? They're like sort of flying spiders. They're gross. Well, this is going to go really well. I'm going to spend the whole time looking around for this monster. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh my Lord, that was awful. Thought I might die. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, I was just saying about, you know, my sort of travel phobia, and I thought that I dealt with it because I wasn't panicked when I went to Berlin, and I flew to Berlin, guys. I went, whee! I flew to Berlin. I was fine. I wasn't even nervous. I wasn't. I was good. So I don't understand why today, as soon as I've said to my boy, yeah, let's go, anxiety. Great. Great. Not funny. But it's all right because I'm going first thing in the morning. I say first thing, 10 o'clock. That's first thing in the morning for me. That's early hours of the morning for me. So I should get up early, get myself ready. What will I wear, guys? I think I'll wear shorts. Oh, that is so sweet of you, Jacko. Thank you very much. Where am I going? I'm going to Carnival. So you'll have to watch out my Instagram. And yeah, I'll get a policeman and I will dance with a policeman, okay? And then I will put it on my Instagram. I might put it on my Twitter as well. How about some new shoes? Oh, I'm not going to wear new shoes. No, I'm going to have to wear trainers, guys, because they're the most comfortable, aren't they? And we've got a bit of walking to do. We've got a bit of walking to do before we even get to Carnival. We're going to have to walk from Shepherd's Bush into Notting Hill Gate. But it's good fun. Did I tell you that time I went and we had the Notting Hill... oh no. Did I tell you? And we got caught in between Ladbroke Grove. It's quite a sort of, it's more upmarket nowadays, but back in the day it was quite, I think it was a bit like your Chicago, you know, to you Americans. It's a bit like that. So there's Ladbroke Grove, and then you've got Notting Hill, which is a much nicer area. That's where they filmed Notting Hill, and you've got a lot of famous people live there. And it's very arty-farty. Now, when I was there, the year of the riots, we didn't realise, did you see that thing fly by me? We didn't realise the riots were going on. So we're standing there just outside Ladbroke Grove Station, me and my ex, and all of a sudden we notice, we look up one side of the road and there's this whole group of people, which when you're in Carnival, there are groups of people. There's lots of groups of people. There's thousands of people. Right. So we're looking up there and there's groups of policemen, of people. We're looking up there, there's groups of policemen. We're standing in the middle of the road and it's like, oh, what's going on here? We've literally just got off the tube. And oh, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden we saw things being thrown over. Bottles and all sorts of things. We were, ah! We had to run. Where do you think we ran? Where would you run, guys? Would you run to the people or would you run to the police? Actually, it probably would have been safer running to the other people, wouldn't it? Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Anyway, we didn't run to either. We just ran in the other direction and escaped unharmed. But it was quite scary. And the police were trying to stop you going. It's like, oh, stop it. No, I don't want to be hit by a bottle. Thank you very much. So, yeah, that wasn't much fun. So, what? Someone burnt the chicken. What? Was invited to a barbecue today. It was gross. Chicken was burnt. That's why I don't like barbecues. They're a health hazard. They're like, you know, oh no. Who was it? It's like going to a restaurant and saying to them, can you incinerate? Kane, the hugest daddy long legs came in here, boy. The hugest one. But I think it left. I don't think it could cope with my screams. Anyway, yeah, it's like, you would go to a friend's for dinner and say to them, can you please incinerate that chicken? Just like cook it until it's black as coal. But Make sure the middle bit is not cooked. Yeah, that's just as I like it. Thanks for that, love. I'll have some of that. You wouldn't do that, would you? So why, when you go to a barbecue, do people think that it's acceptable to hand you food like that that's not cooked, that's going to have you in bed for a week or worse? I don't get it. No, don't invite me to a barbecue. I don't want one. If I go to a barbecue, I'm the one that hovers by the salad bar because at least I know it's safe. Give me some boiled eggs, bit of salad. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. No, I don't want any of your bloody incinerated chicken. Keep that for another day. We'll stick it in the microwave. I think before microwaves, it was even worse. But nowadays, people have got microwaves, so they can go and zap the chicken a bit longer. You can sort of, cut through your chicken before you eat it and say, oh, yeah, it's a little bit blooded in there. Don't worry, I'll take it to the microwave. So things are a lot safer, I think, these days. What do you think, guys? So who have we got in here today? We've got quite a few in here. Hi, Brandon. Nice to see you. Sleep well. I love bloody stuff. Don't you start that. But no, I don't like any blood on my food. None whatsoever. No. I like beetroot. But no. How many times can I say no? No. Yeah, I'm like you, Dre. You need to get... Oh! Hi, Gary. You need to quit hanging out with people that don't know how to cook. I know. I don't... If I'm invited to a barbecue, I pretend I'm vegan. I say, oh, you do know I've turned vegan, don't you? And they say, no, I didn't know you did, Jan. I saw you on Instagram in KFC. No, that was me getting a veggie burger. That's so that they don't give me any of their meat, because I know it's going to be awful. It's going to be... No. Chicken needs to be done, but just done, not overcooked. That is so true. Oh, okay. So Jacko has washed his hair with coconut shampoo and my hair is delicious. Can I tell you something? I remember back in the day when I used to go to fun fairs, and you knock the coconut off the thing and eat the coconut. I used to like that. Now I don't like it. I don't like coconut. And I definitely don't like the smell. So sorry, Jacko. I'm sure it's wonderful, but not for me, love. I can eat a bounty, but that's about it. Nothing else. Nothing with, like you get these cupcakes and they've got sprinkles of coconut. Not for me, thanks. Aska, did you get that blooming great big thing? Did you? The cat's in. I'm hoping she'll have got daddy long legs, if I'm lucky. I can cook fairly well, if I say something. I can cook fairly well as well. Homemade bounty. What? Homemade bounty is lush. Really? Is Dre... is Dre's swearing? No, he's not. He's all right. We accept the B word, don't we? That's not swearing. Yeah, with chicken, I like moist. I like moist meat, guys. Don't like a dry old bit of meat. Something nice and moist, tasty, succulent. That's what I like. That's how I like my chicken. I don't want some scraggy dry bird that's been overcooked. No, keep that for yourself. Go away with that. I will have a nice succulent piece of meat. How can I? Yeah, that's that. Me too. I love moist meat. Yes. Can you ask me something honestly, Jan? Oh, go on then. I was joking with Dre-Jan, hence oh. Oh dear. That word moist is rude. It is, isn't it? There's certain words that you just know, and it's like, oh, moist. And yet when you think about it, it's like, it's like, it's not always fruit. It's like I was saying, I was so hot today, I was actually stuck to the chair. And that was like, I'm not even going to go there, guys. Let's have a drink. My darling. Actually, I want something. If ever I want something, I always remind him of things that I've done for him. Like, given birth, I'll say to him, like, you know those 4 hours I had, like, in agony on the day you were born? And he'll go, yeah. Would you mind getting me this? Darling! I never called him darling. My darling cherub. Hi Lola, how are you? Thanks for popping in. Lovely to see you. Oh no, I wouldn't do that, Ria. That's awful. No, where's he gone? Hey. Oi, get yourself over here. I said to him, oh, do you want to come Carnival tomorrow? I've told you this already. Those of you that know my son will know there's no way he's going to be at Carnival while his mum is acting the maggot with the local police constabulary. Do you know they bring in police from all areas on Carnival Day? Because there's so many people. I'm just hoping we have good music. I want to find the floats, because back in the day, I used to follow the floats and be dancing away to the float, to the music. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I want. Last time I went, I always remember we couldn't get away from this thumping music. And by the end of it, I was like, oh, God, please stop. I don't like this music as much. It's a bit loud and a bit sort of bumpy in my ear. So I'm hoping that it's going to be good music so I can drive out. I'm going to have my phone with me. Hopefully, I'll have my phone with me on the way back. Who knows? I need a bum bag, guys, and I haven't got a bum bag. Do those of you know what a bum bag is? I need one because they're the best sort of bags to have when you go to Carnival. I don't want one of my blooming bags that I have over here, because before I know it, there's going to be someone with a knife who goes like that and takes my bag and my phone. So I'm thinking, could wear my shorts, but then I haven't got pockets in there. Also, annoyingly, I'm going to have to take my car keys because I'm driving all the way. Yeah. Oh, dramas. Oh. Gary had to be quiet during the whole moist conversation. Sorry, Gary. You know how I get, darling, especially when I'm talking about meat. It's just one of my things. Fanny pack. That's what they call them. Thank you, Bushy. Yes. Over here, we call them bum bags. I haven't got one, guys. So what am I going to... I was thinking I might wear a cap. I could put my money in my cap, which is all right, until I get overexcited and go, yay! And then... I don't think that's a good idea. I haven't really thought this out, have I? Yeah, so I'm going to get my outfit ready because it's going to be a scorcher. I'm going to get so tanned. Love it. Loving it. Love it. You'd have laughed. For me to get into London, right, I live on the outskirts. I live about 28 miles out of London, so I'm not far. On the train, I can get in there in 25 minutes. Not far. So the station that feeds me, right, north of London, is King's Cross. Did I tell you this, guys? So what are they doing? They've decided they're going to shut King's Cross station for the whole of the bank holiday weekend. Guys, I think that's to stop me going into London. Oh my God. So I'm going to have to drive from me all the way to like northwest London to get the train that will then take us into London. So annoying. I think they do. Vanessa! Vanessa! I'm coming to Carnival tomorrow. I'm coming to Carnival. Which float are you on? I will look for you. What? What? Lola went to higher and Lola went to Mardi Gras. Oh, I'm getting better. Certain matters can just exhaust you, you know. Yes, yes, they can. That's another reason I want to go to Carnival. Carnival. Yeah, what a few times I you're from Louisiana originally. That's one black. See, I've always thought I don't want to go to America. It all seems a bit violent to me. And what with Trump there, no, I'm the wrong colour. Do you know what I mean? I'll be like shot on sight as soon as I get off the plane. It'll be like, oh, there's another darkie. And that'd be the end of me. So I've always sort of avoided going to America. I could go. Kids are always saying to me, Mum, go to America. Stay there. Emigrate, mother. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, but one place I really want to go is Nashville in Louisiana. It is, isn't it? Nashville, Tennessee. No, Nashville, Tennessee, isn't it? Where's the music? That's New Orleans, isn't it? It's Louisiana in New Orleans. Yeah, I'm actually Cajun. What's Cajun? Is that Mexican? Oh, so good. I'm so. I should be on Mastermind, guys. I watched it the other night. Do you know there wasn't one question I got right? Not one. And I never thought I was thick. I honestly didn't think I was thick. But after that Mastermind, I thought, Jan, you're a bloody heathen. Just don't bother opening your mouth ever again. I'm going to look for you tomorrow, Vanessa. What float are you on, darling? You've got to tell me what float you're on because I shall look for it. And if I see you, I shall come up and dance with you. Cajun is not Mexican. Oh, well, what is it then? Mexican is like, I mean, Cajun, we have Cajun chicken, which I think is like Mexican flavoured. They are stupid. I know. Can you believe it, Ria? They're stupid for shutting King's Cross. I couldn't believe it. So it's meant to be open tomorrow. They said they're going to shut it Saturday and Sunday. So I'm thinking, well, I want to go up there on Monday. And they're saying it's a reduced schedule. So I thought, no, I am not going to spend 3 hours waiting on a platform waiting for some damn train. So no, forget it. And anyway, King's Cross is a long way from Notting Hill, so it wasn't much point. I was hoping the boy might come and pick me up. If I'm honest, I was hoping if I got myself into King's Cross, he would pick me up. But he doesn't want to drive into London. He's all right driving into bloody London when he's working. Yeah, he don't want to drive in with his mother, though, does he? Thanks very much, boy. He said to me today, I was thinking, because I said to him, why don't I meet you and you drive us into Shepherd's Bush? His girlfriend used to live in the next town, like Hammersmith. He knows the area. I said, why don't we do that, boy? He went, oh, well, I'm not really very happy doing that. I'm not really. And I thought, cheers. Cheers, my dears. Don't mind about me. I'll just drive 500 miles. Don't you worry about me. Music is in Nashville. No, Nashville music is country music. That's not the music I want. I want blues and what else came out of the blues? That's what I want. I got 2 questions right on Master. Oh, okay. What? Something about opera. Oh, see, I've been no good at that. Go on to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah. Remember that guy who cheated on that? Somebody coughed. Every time someone was giving him the answers by coughing in the audience. And he got away with it. He won £1 million. What a cheeky so-and-so. Oh, thank you, Billy. Thanks for sharing that with us, sweetheart. My costume is pink, orange, blue, green, black, rainbow-coloured costumes. I got on Ferrero mask piece and big hat with big feathers on it. I'm really going to remember that, aren't I? I'm really going to remember that. Oh, what, Ferrero Rocher mask is that? How am I going to remember that when I'm trying not to be trampled by the masses? I just hope I'm not going to be overcome by the heat and get all too hot and bothered. So I think, see, it was different. When I was younger, I'd go up there sort of barely clothed, really, because nobody wears very many clothes up there. But these days, it's best to hide, you know, your bits and bobbies. They're not what they used to be. And, yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to wear. I thought about wearing a long dress like this one. This is a long dress. And I thought maybe I'll just wear a long dress. That's probably the best thing, because then you get a bit of air circulating, don't you? Hey. But then a long dress with trainers. That's not a good look, is it? Oh, guys, what am I going to wear? Yes, blues and jazz. That's what I want to go and see. What? Honestly, I'd love to live in New Orleans, but it's terribly hot and humid. New Orleans has jazz music. Yeah. See, I'd like that. And it's nice jazz, isn't it? And nice blues. I could see me there, guys. I could see me by the side of the road. Doing what? I don't know what I'd be doing by the side of the road. I could just see me there with all my bright clothes, and their funerals are really nice. I watched this film once called, it's a really old film. And there's a wedding scene in it. Oh, there was a wedding scene in, like, it, I think, in a James Bond film where they carry the coffin and they're all singing and dancing in the street. See, I'd quite like to be buried over there, but I don't think that's going to happen because I don't know anybody over there and I've never been there. Also, there'd be nobody there. There'd be nobody at my funeral, guys. Mind you, I think there's only going to be a handful over here. So, I mean, what's the point? I'm going to have a puff. Something revealing. So, it's been a goal of mine. Oh, thank you, Jacko. That's really sweet. That's really lovely. I really appreciate it. It's been a goal of mine to get on Wheel of Fortune. I can easily solve a puzzle with minimal letters. It's a little freakish. So, yes, you've got to audition for that. But I'm sure I'm too weird. You're too weird. What? Wheel of Fortune, what is that then? Is that like a word game? Are we allowed to vape on screen? Yeah. See, I don't mind going for something revealing, but there's only certain parts of me that I would reveal nowadays. I mean, years ago. Oh. Hot pants. Do you guys have hot pants in the States? I think you call them Daisy Dukes or something. Jukey, yeah. We call them hot pants. I used to wear them. Listen, I'm not going to get away with hot pants this year. Do you know what I mean? It's not happening. I don't think the son would get on the train with me. He'd be like, oh, Mum, you sure? No, I will say my boys are very good with how I dress. They don't mind how I dress at all. I could wear anything I want. Jan by the side of the road busking. Yeah. That would be me by the side of the road busking in New Orleans. Yeah. How far is New Orleans? I mean, whereabouts is it? Is it in the middle? How long is it going to take me from London? Go to New Orleans in the fall. Be comfy, be happy. That's what I think. That's another problem I have, guys, while we're talking about it. I need to lose some weight. I tried to put on a pair of my trousers. I did get them on, but they were a little bit tight. And when the waistband starts furling downwards, you think, oh, it's never done that before. I've got to stop. In reality, I don't eat a lot. I don't. But I eat at the wrong time and I eat the wrong foods. But I believe you should be able to eat what you like, really. What's the point? I'm not one of these that can graze on grass all day and throw a few nuts down my throat. I think I got away with that. I don't think Dre heard that. Thank God for that. Yeah, I'm not one of these health freaks, as you can probably tell. But I'm not huge, you know. But in all honesty, guys, I need to lose a little bit of weight. But I don't do diets. All I do is stop eating. I'll sort of cut out the bags of sweets I have and things like that I really enjoy. I've never worried about my size before, and I'm not going to blooming start now, not at this age. As long as I can walk about, it's all right. And I tell you, I'm all right at walking. When I go on holiday, I walk for the whole week. I mean, I have blisters, but I do walk. So anyway, what was I saying? I don't know, it's gone. So I really am in a quandary. I was saying, the problem with going with, see, if you wear a long flowy dress, you can't see my wobbly bits. Whereas if I wear a pair of shorts and a top that isn't quite long enough, there's going to come a point when I fling my arms up in the air to hug one of these dancing policemen that I might expose my belly. And I don't want that to happen, guys. A girl's got a bit of pride. Oh, Vanessa, I mean to say big feathers. I'm a masterpiece in orange in pink. What? I'm a masterpiece orange in pink, my hat. It's not gold at the front. And the pink and orange feathers. Pink and orange, pink and orange. I keep thinking that. Pink and orange. My hat is purple. My shorts are pink. The skirt is rainbow coloured. Okay, you got to look out for me. I'll be with my son. He'll be looking like this. Don't do that, Mum. Oh, dear. Hi, Ollie. Vaping's fine. Thank goodness for that. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking this. I'm not taking my fags with me, guys. I'm just going to take my vapor because I'm thinking the least I have to carry, the better. So, yeah. Oh, you're a sweetie. Dress how you want. Age is just 2 numbers that shows how intelligent you are. Thank you very much. Oh, New Orleans is very south in the middle of the country. South in the middle of the country. Okay. Okay. I just buy clothes that are too big and make me feel skinny. I do that sometimes, but then my kids say to me, Mum, what? You look like you could get 3 people in there. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I don't want to show off my lumps and my bumps. I'm just reading what Dre said. I'm not going to repeat it, Dre. Just get on that trampoline a bit, Jan. You'll lose the weight and get 2 black eyes into the bargain. Listen, do you know there's nothing worse? You know when you realise you're getting old is when you think you can do something and you go to do it and you just can't. You just can't get your body up there. And it's got nothing to do with being overweight. It's to do with being old. I mean, I used to love swinging from branches from the trees. I can't do it anymore. You know, when I go out for a walk in the woods, I like to climb trees. Excuse me, guys. Live TV and all that. I like to climb trees. Am I on top? Yes, I am. I do have top chat. How do I? Yeah, I do. How do I do it? Yeah, I am on top chat. Who was that who said that? Steph. Ed Sheeran has taken over where I live this weekend. People are bloody mental in this weather. What do you mean? What, he's there, is he? And whereabouts are you? Ed Sheeran. Do you know what? It's really weird, isn't it? Ed Sheeran is just, bless him, he's just like the boy next door. Like, look about him, hasn't he? He's like, he's not got a soulful look about him. He's not got a sort of attractive look about him. But some of his songs are just amazing. His new one is brought out. It's really, I really like it. And I'm like, that's really weird. Ollie, you're there, sweetheart. Can you say, I haven't got top chat on. Can you have a look for that for me, please, darling? Because I can't find it. And normally it says top chat. Oh, you meant you're having a pop. Okay. Yeah, all right, Billy. Yeah, all right, love. Yeah, all right. Tomorrow, like, I can start talking like a real cockney tomorrow, and no one's going to look at me. So it'll be like, yeah, you all right, governor? How you doing? Yeah. Should we have a boogie? Yeah. You want to dance? Yeah. That's how I'm going to talk tomorrow, because I'm going to be in London, right? I'm going to be like, back to my roots in London. You know, years ago, when some racist used to say to me, oh, you should go back to where you come from, I'd say, all right, then, I'll jump on the number 13 bus to Islington, because that's where I was born. Not a lot they could say to that. Oh, God, I'm way behind on the chat. Gorka's not being... I'm really surprised. Gorka! There was somebody else who's not got a celebrity partner as well. Who is it? The good-looking one. The Italian stallion. He's not got one either, guys. The only thing... the only thing Dre likes to climb is men. You do make me laugh. What? Jan, I think you're looking at old Nedade. What? I don't know what you're saying there, Jacko. Love me some Ed Sheeran. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm terrible. Sorry, Jacko. I'm catching up. I'm catching it. Oh, yes, my top chat is on. It means if it filters out certain comments like spam and certainly trolley type messages. Oh, does it? Okay. Glorious Backstage Arts. That's the name of my group. I've got purple, shiny, glitter top rainbow skirt, orange and pink with gold trimming at the front of my heart. Feathered mask piece for my back, orange. Oh. And what did you say it was called? Backstage Arts. Got to remember that. Backstage Arts. I don't know what you look like though, do I? You'll be able to tell everybody next week whether you saw me or not. Yeah, I saw her. She was a right nutter by the side of the road. He's performing in a park and people are getting there at 4 p.m. for a 9 p.m. start and walking up a massive hill in the 30 degrees sun. Good Lord, Lordy, Miss Claudie. Hello, Be Rich. That's a nice name. Be Rich. I live in Holloway. Oh, right. I was born near there, Jamie. I love to boogie. I like to climb my cat. The less said about that ride, the better, I think. I think we'll move on, move it on, move it on. Right, so guys, what I'm a little bit worried about is, what am I worried about? My daughter said to me, make sure you take cash with me. Right, okay, so now it's nearly 10 to 11 at night. I'm not going out now. It's all dark to the blooming hole in the wall. I'm not going to be able to go in the morning because the shops won't be open and they charge to get money out around the corner. So that means I've got to take my credit card to Carnival. No, do not take credit card to Carnival. So what am I going to do, guys? What I could do is use the hole in the wall, take it in the car, use the hole in the wall when I get to the station. Or maybe I just ask my son to bring some money. Yeah, that's probably the better idea, isn't it, guys? Yeah. As I said, though, I'm stressing. Why am I stressing? Gary, talk to me. I'm going to have to talk to my mate Gaza. That's Avon, guys. Avon. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's not too much of a statement. Yeah. Yeah. What I'm talking about. I will enjoy it. Put your money in your bra. I don't have much. I'm not going to walk around with blooming coins bouncing about in these, am I? I'm here just doing dishes. Oh, Gary's under the thumb. Gary under the thumb. Do I have Instagram? Yes, I do, Vanessa. Same name, same idiot. I'm there. Yeah, I love Instagram. It's my favourite. Other than YouTube, Instagram is my favourite social media platform. I love it. I haven't done much on it today, though, guys. But I'm always doing things on it, she says. So tomorrow I shall be uploading to the gram. Same name, same idiot. Yeah. That's me. I love me Insta. Don't even look at who I follow because it's all men. It's rather nice. Woo. Right, okay. What am I doing? I'm trying to show you my Insta. Behave, Jan. Stop it. That's my Insta. There. Can you see it? Not a thing. You can't see a thing, can you? No, that is it, though. Jan's Reviews. That's me. One word. Lowercase. That's me. You're a fan of Donald from football. What Donald? What Donald from football? I don't know what you mean. At least it's not Jacqueline Hill, hairy lipstick. Do you know how awful must that have been? It's not her fault. She didn't make the blooming thing, did she? Goodness. Oh. Hi, Rich. Hello, darling. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. There's no drama going on here, sweetheart. It's just me rabbiting on, talking about nonsense. That's what I do. No drama. Everyone say hi to Rich Lux. He's a lovely guy. I have been watching you. I've been watching your collaborations, Rich, and you're growing on me. I'm thinking he's kind of cute. I'm beginning to get your sense of humour. And I really appreciate you coming in and saying hi to this nutter, because that's all I am. Donald with the skinhead and starts to chant with the... I don't know him. Don't know him, Jacko. I saw what you put there, Ria. It would get lost down there in her bra. It would. Why are you spelling bra? B-R-A-W. Gary, don't you know how to spell it? It's B-R-A, darling. BAR. Yeah, Rich is a sweetheart. I remember he did come in once before, and he, what a sweetheart, coming in to see somebody like this. It's like, oh, I bet he's like, oh, I'm bored. Let's go and see one of the nutters. There she is. She's live. Oh, right, you're a darling. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I really appreciate that. I won't have to be taking food out of the bins behind Tesco's this week. You don't know how true that is, guys. No, I don't take food out of Tesco's. But since I lost my job, things aren't easy. Put it that way. Things are like, but never mind. It could be worse. It could be much worse. There are people, whenever you're going through a bad thing, just think to yourself, things could be worse. And they could be. I went out with my friend today, my friend and neighbour, who has MS, I think it is. So she can walk, but very wobbly and very slowly. So she rides on a scooter. She goes in a scooter. She was telling me today how rude some people are. I said, what? They can see you're handicapped and they're rude to you. Handicapped, I shouldn't say that. My daughter tells me off for saying handicapped. I have to say disabled. All right, I'll change the habits of a lifetime, don't worry. Yeah, so I couldn't believe how some people are so rude to her. And yet, it's obvious she's disabled. What is wrong with people? Why are people so horrible? I don't get it, guys. I don't get it either. I just don't get it. Always remember saying to my kids as they were growing up, you never mock the afflicted. And I still stand by that. Now, there are some that we have to mock because they're bloody... I'm talking about people on YouTube, not on YouTube. Yeah, some of them are on YouTube. Some of them are on Twitter. That's a different story. But if you see, if my kid, when my kids were younger, if we were out and we saw a handicapped person and they sort of looked and, you know, laughed, they would never laugh. But I used to always say to them, never mock the afflicted. And, the truth of the matter is, there's me getting all philosophical now, guys. The truth of the matter is, did you choose to be who you are? No, I didn't choose to be who I am. The Queen didn't choose to be who she is. So, at the end of the day, they didn't choose to be disabled. Kane? Yeah. Oh, can you get me some Coke, please, babes? He heard me. Thank you, darling. Mummy loves you. Mummy loves you very much. He's like, for God's sake, she gets right on my nerves. That mother of mine. Here he is. He won't show himself. Thank you, my angel. I love him, though. He's my baby. He's always going to be my baby. He's my teen. Thanks, angel. So, let's have a bit Coke. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it, guys. How can you live with yourself knowing that you laugh at people, you're nasty? She said even people on buses. She said so many times if she's in a public place, people actually fall on top of her. She said she has grown men landing in her lap. And then they get up and look at her as if it was her fault. It was his fault for stepping back. Pillock. I said to her, listen, if anyone's ever rude to you, because she had to go to the loo, so I said, anyway, I said to her, right, if anyone's rude to you, you come and tell me. Right? Like that. I can't abide that. I'm sorry. I'm a great sort of, I don't like injustice. I don't like nastiness. That's just the way I am. My neighbour's called Adrian and Lindsay. Really nice. And we have them, shaving beard buzzer, but we call AD. Yeah. I would like some ice in that, really. Otherwise, it's too frothy, isn't it? Some horrible people. I know. It is over here, Dre. We're not allowed to, We're not allowed to use hand. Well, I'm not. My daughter said, you shouldn't use that word, Mum. You should use, what is it? Disabled. So I'm not allowed. There's so many words I'm not allowed to use. I'm surprised I can even open my mouth. Quite often I open my mouth and I shouldn't. Oh, right. Okay, Rhea, I do get that. I do get that. Yeah. Yeah, Jamie's right. In the UK, it's considered a bad term. Yes, that's true. Yeah, no one chooses to be disabled or sick. That's absolutely right. You should treat everyone equally. I agree. I mean, she said to me, we were talking about going into London. Now, this lady, excuse me, is, as I say, she's quite severely disabled. She can walk, but I always think she's going to fall over because, you know, she's very sort of wobbly. And but she's got some walking aids, or she uses a scooter. Kept calling it a trolley. I thought, what's wrong with me? Why can't I? Why she doesn't go about in a bloody trolley? Anyway, so she was telling me she goes into London with her trolley. Say, what's it called? Scooter. Goes into London with her scooter. Some bus drivers are so rude to her. She said she was on this bus. It was a local bus here. And she pressed the button to get off. And because she didn't press the disabled button, the driver wouldn't let her off. Drove past the stop. And she went, oh, excuse me, I wanted to get off here. And he said, you didn't press the button. She said, I did. He said, no, you didn't. You didn't press the disabled button. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And I tell you what, guys, if you're ever in London, never get on a bus. It's the only time I use public transport is when I'm in London, because I can't go everywhere by cab. I do try, but the daughter puts her foot down sometimes. Mother, no, let's get on a bus. I hate them. I hate them. Anyway, whenever you go on them, they're so rude. The bus drivers, what is it? If you don't like your job, don't bloody do it. Go and find another job. Just don't be rude to other human beings. You don't know what sort of life they're having. You don't know what sort of day they've had. They may have lost somebody last week. They may have lost somebody yesterday. Just be nice to people. I have two babies aged 33 and 31. Oh, you still call them babies? Oh, I still call my boy a baby. My two boys. I've got two boys. One of them is, how old is he? 20. He's just 20, but he will forever be known as the teen. Always call him the teen. He acts like a teen. And the other one is a lot older. The other one is 10 years older. And I still call him boy. So it's boy and boy. I very rarely call them by their names when we're together, because I always get their names muddled up. I'm not good with names, guys. So their names are Charlie is the older one and Kane is the younger one. Now, when I'm with both of them, I invariably go to say one, but then I say the other name. So I'll go Chicane. So when we're in Germany, my oldest son used to just say the whole time. He used to call my son, the youngest son, Chicane all the time. And you might not think that's very funny. To me, that's hilarious. And my eldest son just has me in stitches. He's got the best sense of humour. He's just absolutely wonderful for me, because he makes me laugh the whole time. And the whole time I was in Berlin, he just had me in stitches the whole time. Just with little things like that. Just like every time we called Chicane, it would be Chicane, because that's the way I always say it. Get an Uber. They're expensive though, aren't they? And to be honest, I don't really like Ubers. I like to support the black cabs because they're a London institution, and I think it would be sad to see them go. It'd be a bit like in New York, and you didn't have the yellow caps. Do you know what I mean? I think they're, they're an institution, and they're what everyone thinks of when they think of London is black cabs. Although they're not always black nowadays, they've got all like lots of advertisements on them. I'm sweating. Hang on a minute. Yeah, so I don't really like Ubers. I don't think I've ever got an Uber, actually. No, I don't think I have. My Instagram. Oh, okay. I'll check that out, Vanessa. London's a bit of a nightmare these days. Would like to get out, but only stick around because my mum's here. Oh, right. So you live in Holloway, do you? Off the Holloway Road. What's it like round there nowadays? You near the Angel? That's what I mean. Black cabs are iconic. I say to my sons they're wrong names, then they're right names, followed by whatever name yours is. I'm the same. Stupidly, I named two girls with the same letter, J. I'm a J, just to confuse everyone. Right. The two boys with the letter C. So it's like... that was a good idea, Jan. So I'm like, oh, and yeah, that's me. That's me. They've grown up like it, like the Route Master. Exactly. Yeah, they are. Ubers freak me out. Yeah. You don't know who you're gonna have, do you? I don't like Ubers. I mean, round here, I'm not sure we've got Ubers. We've got like a couple of cab firms, and they're so expensive. It's ridiculous. So expensive. I just refuse to pay. I'm like, no. Last time I came back from London and I needed to get a cab, which was like no more than a mile and a half, and it's like 13 quid, love. 13 quid. I went, no, you didn't speak like that, actually. 13 quid. So I said, no. I said, I haven't got that much. I said, are you having enough? I'm going a mile and a half up the road and you're going to charge me 13 quid? No, it's not happening. So we went, oh, 13 pounds. So I said, well, okay, I shall ask the man next to you then. Go on, off you go, empty. Go on, bug off. So I went to the guy behind him. Said, excuse me, I want to go to so-and-so, so-and-so. And he said, oh, well, I said, listen, I've got £10 in my purse. That's all I've got. Yes or no, you will take me there. Yes or no? And he went, yes, all right then. All right, bye. Bye, you. Go on. Swivel for your £13. That's the way to treat them, guys. Yes, always a good exit on EastEnders is a black cab. Are you sure? I don't know Donald. No, I don't know Donald from Footy. He is a subscriber. He's a subscriber of who? I don't watch football on YouTube. Who knows what I watch on YouTube? You should know. I tell you enough. Yeah, I'm the youngest, and my sister is called Rachel. So I considered changing my name to Ray Steph. That's good. I like that. You wear your hat tomorrow, Jan. To where you going? I'm going to the Carnival tomorrow, Billy. Notting Hill Carnival. Hopefully there won't be another riot. I won't get caught up in the riot. Hopefully there will be many jolly policemen for me to gyrate with. I've got to be careful though, guys, because I've got to blooming drive all the way home again afterwards. Blooming nuisance. Never mind. Fit Pilot. Yeah, I do watch him a lot. Who else knows what I watch on yeah, I always watch his. So who else knows what I watch on YouTube? I have the best time, Jack. Oh, have the best time. I will. The only thing I'm worried about, Billy, is my lack of stamina. I am worried about that. and whether when I actually get there, whether I'm going to have any stamina in order to dance. And I'm thinking maybe I should bandage my feet up because I may have blisters because there's going to be a lot of walking. I don't know. It's that what? Live on Andover Estate. Mum got mugged by 2 men on mopeds. What? On New North Road recently. They took her phone, but she's okay, thankfully. Crime has spiralled in the last few years. Oh my goodness, Jamie. That sounds dreadful. Can you not get out of there? I've not heard of the Andover Estate. Is it a well-known one? Oh, that's awful. You're mugging an old woman. Who'd mug anyone? Why take something that doesn't belong to you? It's not yours. Get your bloody hands to yourself. Jesus, I just don't understand people. Someone come for me. I tell you, I mean, oh, don't even think about it. I don't think they do, because what they say is the best way to fend off being attacked is to act like a nutter. Well, that's easy for me. That's why I'm safe. I could go out in the middle of the night, sing as I go through the woods. I do, I'm not joking, guys. I shouldn't tempt fate, though, should I? I shouldn't tempt fate. But no, that's what they say. If someone's going to come after you, go, let's dance, let's dance. They won't come anywhere near me. No, not Don Mon. Oh, my God. What? Kicking off Jan at Notting Hill, Cammy. What? It's kicking off at the Carnival, is it? It quite often does, but it'll be all right when I get there. The estate is between Finsbury Park and Holloway Road. Hopefully, Mum has had her share of bad luck now. If I did move, I'd miss all the endless takeaways, but at least I'd lose weight. Could you move out of there? Could you get a move out of there? A lot of people that live here, because we're only 28 miles out of London, a lot of people are Londoners. Oh, your poor mum. There's loads of takeaways everywhere. Oh, guess what's come to my town? Deliveroo has arrived in my town. Yay! I got something through. No, or did I get a text? No, something through the letterbox. Deliveroo is now in your town. I thought, hey, yay! That means I can get KFC delivered to home. Do you know, KFC is all right, but you don't get enough chicken on there, do you guys? There's another chicken place that, what's it called? What's that chicken place we used to go to? Chicken Tonight or something. God, the pizza and chicken there is huge. Much better than KFC. I watch drama. No, Louise Glitter. Do you know the estate? Yeah. If I moved, I'd want to go to a seaside town. Don't mind a rubbish flat. If I go to the seaside, yeah, a lot of people think that, but then the seaside turns out to be not as nice as, you know, no better than living in London, because so many people have moved out of London. Do you see what I mean? To go there. There was a time when I considered moving to the coast years and years ago. Before I moved out this way, I was thinking of going to Worthing, which is near Brighton, because I love the seaside. Then we started having really bad weather, and I thought, I don't want to be in the seaside when there's like a, you know, what do they call them? Hurricane? No. What sort of thing? Tsunami? Well, we don't get tsunamis, but you know what I mean? The weather's always worse by the sea. So I thought, no, I won't. I'll stay here. Can I have some ice, please, darling? It's going to come and hit me in a minute. So, yeah, whereabouts are you thinking of, Jamie? And in England, the best season. Do you know, my daughter's just got back from Cornwall. Oh, my God, the beaches are wonderful. But the problem with Cornwall is it's miles away from anywhere. miles. I don't think they've got trains down there or anything. So it's like a, you know, a little micro community over there. But they've got the best beaches. Horses riding along the beach. No, I don't think I want to go to the coast anymore. What takeaways do you love? I like, I don't know. What takeaway? I like Indian takeaways. The weather is not worse by the sea. Oh, I thought it was. What about when Seaford had a hurricane? What? No, what? It was tornado. So you get tornadoes by the sea. No, we don't get them here. Not unless the neighbours had baked beans or something. No, get your what? Get my dang eyes yourself, Mum. Kane! He's put his speakers on purpose. He knows I want some ice. I want some ice. Kane, love. Remember Mummy gave birth? He's got his speakers. He's got his headphones on. He's doing it on purpose. It's so annoying. Don't hit him a minute. I would if he wasn't bigger than me. He's a lot bigger than me. All my kids are bigger than me now, guys. Do you know how that feels? As somebody that used to be like quite tall for a female, I was 5'6.5", and that was quite tall. So, you know, I could, you know. Anyway, all my kids are like, but I'm the smallest one. In family photos now, which I try and avoid, like the plague, I'm the short one in the middle. I'm the short, dumpy one in the middle. Do you know how hurtful that is? Short, dumpy, brown one. I'm the short, dumpy, brown one in the middle. It's not funny, guys. That's the trouble, you see, when you have mixed race kids. You're still the only darkie in the family. That's not true. Because my son is actually quite like me. He's brown. Not as brown as me. In my family, we all go through different stages of brown. Don't know why I'm laughing. It's true. It's true. They're all different shades. Most peculiar. And my first one was blonde with blue eyes. Don't know how that happened. It must have been switched at birth. Yeah, blonde, blue eyes. Second one was darker, sort of olive skin, with hazel eyes. Third one was brown, like me, with like dark eyes. Hello, Kane. And he is like my second daughter, most peculiar. Anyway, so in family shots, I'm the only darkie in the family. Is that a one there? Oh yeah, I've got. Oh no, you'd see me in my dress. Oh, I'm fat. I've got to lose weight, guys. I am short and dumpy. Get my eyes. Oh, you don't mind if I go and get my eyes? Thank you, my lovelies. I shall be back in a minute. You can look at the family picture. Right, I'll be back in a tick. Hang on. Kane? Kane? You've got your headphones on? I wanted to get me some eyes. I've been yelling at you. I've been dying in there. Oh, you need to defrost the freezer. Oh my lord. It's getting worse, isn't it? So would you chill out? A bit of an irony when I've got my hand in the freezer. Right, I'm done. Right. Thanks for that, darling. I really love you. Don't ever forget I gave birth on that long night. Pain I was. So much pain. No, you can't really see them in that picture. And anyway, it's only got one of my daughters in it. And that's the one that likes to stay private. The other one doesn't mind. She's up there in front of everybody, prancing about. But that one, She's a bit of a what was I going to say? Quieter type. She's not like me. Right, what have I missed? There was a tornado. I love Indian chicken. Yes, that's what we had. Chips. You have chips with it. With Indian chicken, tikka masala, papadom, naan bread, and chips. No, I don't have chips. What does that mean? Ria, I've heard the Isle of Wight is a bit Illuminati. What? Illuminati. What does that mean, Illuminati? I like sand beaches. They've got sand beaches there. They're beautiful. When I went to the Isle of Wight, they had nice beaches, if I remember rightly. Ria, I've heard that. Yeah. I like, in terms of cheapness, somewhere. Oh, hang on a minute. Somewhere like Margate. Oh no, you get all the riffraff there. You don't want to go there. No. Even New Brighton, New Liverpool. What? No, love. You don't want to go there. Don't go to any of those places. Riffraff, darling. Riffraff. Cornwall and Devon are too far for this poor boy. It's my daughter drove all the way, because her husband can't drive anymore. Great. So she drove the husband and the two kids. They went to Weymouth first, and then for one night, and then on to Cornwall. I couldn't do it. I don't know if there's any trains that go down there. See, I was right. What were you right about? What were you right about, Gary? That's how it's meant to be once you have grown kids. Mum is always the short ass in the middle. I hate it though, Steph. I hate it. I don't like being the short one. I don't mind being the brown one because I've always been the brown one. Everywhere I go, I'm always the darkie in the picture. Do you know what I mean? Sort of getting used to that. But I don't like being the short ass. No. This might sound rude, but I pretended I had a stomachache at my mate's barbecue just to leave. Oh, did you? My kids are all different shades. Oh, are they? It's the same as mine. Slave. We want ice. Thank you. Kane is so cute. Yes, he is. I've got to wipe your nose. Hang on. Funny nose. My freezer needs defrosting, guys. There's snow in there. I think Sebastian's in there. I'm sure Sebastian's in there somewhere. The thing is, I don't understand. I turned down the thermostat on the fridge, but the freezer's still freezing. Why is that then? And how am I going to defrost? I defrost it by leaving the door open, don't I? And just letting all the... Is that what I do? I don't turn off the whole fridge, do I, to defrost? Please, somebody tell me how to do it. Get that ice. No, I wasn't. I wasn't going to go and get that ice. He made me do it. I went out there and like, what? I said, you know, I was like, no. Going down to Market. Yeah, how does that song go? Going down to Margate. That's a Chaz and Dave song. I am not posh. I've never been to the beach. Oh, I can't believe that. How can you never, ever? And you're like in your 30s. How can you have never been to a beach? That's sad, Gary. Who else has never been to a beach? If you've never been to a beach, put down 2. Oh. I see. Yeah. They are though, Steph. All different shades. All wonderful. But all different shades. It's most peculiar. We look like the old Benetton ad when we're in our pictures. My daughter said to me, I always remember one of my daughters, not going to say which one it was. always said to me, "Oh, I can't wait to have a little mixed race child, Mum." She said, "I want like I want a half Chinese." You don't realise you've got to have a Chinese boyfriend to do that. You don't just choose what your child's going to look like. Needless to say, she hasn't got a half Chinese baby. Never happened. Gary, you need to go to the beach. Yes, Gazzy, you do. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Right, you, Jacko, have been very naughty. You're trying to get me singing. Yes, it's my happy place as well. It is. There's something about the sea. I wondered actually whether my father, I don't say my mum because she came from up north, and no, I don't think it came from her. I sort of, not that I know anything about her, really. I think there was a bit of Scottish ancestry in there somewhere. I know very little about my mum, guys. I don't need to know a lot about her. She was bloody horrible. But that's beside the point. Why did I start talking about that? I was talking about ancestry, wasn't I? Yes. I always love going to the beach. When was the last time I went to the beach? Oh, God, I haven't been to the beach for ages. I need to go. The problem I have is, if I go that way, I could be in the beach in an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But I don't like it there. It's really rough. I don't like it. More than an hour, 2 hours maybe, an hour and a half. If I go 2.5 hours that way, that's nice. It's like, it's a nicer place, nicer beaches, not nicer beaches actually, they're cobbled beaches, which aren't the same. The beaches that way are actually nicer, but the people aren't very nice. So it's like you're sat there and you've got like Darren and Sharon, like effing and blinding at their kids. Like, hey, get out of the effing water. I told you before, get out of the water. Messing around. You'll be going home. You get all that. I don't like that when I'm out sunning myself on the beach. If I go somewhere else, 2.5 hours that way, they're less likely to be like that. But it's got like cobbles on the beach, and it's like you can't. It's just not comfortable, is it? It's just not comfortable on the cobbles. Such a moany cow, aren't I? Why am I moaning? I don't know. Oh dear. I don't drive is why. Well, then you have to get a train. Isn't there a train that can take you? I've been to the beach many times as a kid. Same here, Steph. Love being a few minutes away from the beach. Stop showing off, you two. I like the beach in September when most people are gone and temperatures are nicer. Do you live near the beach, Denise? I nearly did. If I hadn't have moved here, I would have moved to Worthing, which is on the south coast, which is nice. I would have moved there. But my kids wouldn't have moved down there with me. Do you know what I mean? So I'd have been there on my own. Winter at the seaside is wonderful. I can't swim, so if I went, I would just drown anyway. Don't be so daft. You don't step into the sea and it's deep. You step in and you just paddle. You just splash around in the water. You know, it's not like a swimming pool and you're going in the deep end. You sort of walk into the sand and you get the wave. It's amazing, Gary. If you've never been, it's amazing. The whole, what's the word I'm looking for? Expanse of it. The whole expanse of sea is incredible. There's something very spiritual about the sea. Gary, I think you'd love it. I'll take you there one day. In our dreams. We'll go off one day. Go to the sea. It is truly wonderful. I hate to think of you never going, Gary. You've got to go one day. About an hour an hour and 15 minutes from Atlantic City, and then all beach, north and south from there. Wow, Denise, that is lovely. Lucky you. Gary, bring what? Jan, bring Gary to the island. Yes. Yes, you'd love it over there. I'm going to Essex for a bright, sunny holiday. Can't wait. Are you? I live near Essex. I live in the next county. Yeah, I live in the next county to Essex. Just ask me on a date to the beach. Woohoo! Yeah! Come to the beach with me, Gary! And I'll be wearing my itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. My itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. So Gary would run away. He'd be like, oh my God! Do you mind? I'll be like, oh, do you remember back in the day, guys? I don't know if it's the same, but when I was a kid and I used to go to the beach, everyone used to get undressed behind their towel. Do they still do that, guys? Where people hold the towel up and then they get undressed underneath the towel on the beach. I can't help it, Jacko. You know what I'm like. Apparently, you're not allowed to sing or do anything like on your videos now. Well, that's me, suckered. Oh, I've always got a song in my mind. Someone's only got to say something and I'm singing. Can't help it. No, there's changing rooms. No, you get changed behind a towel. Or what do you call it? A sand. What do you call those things, guys? Like a sand thing. You dig it into the sand and it stands up and you've got a bit of protection. I used to hate that. You know, when you're about 13 and you think you've got something to show and you're sort of, hold up the towel, don't let it drop. And then some idiot drops it. And you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. You just strip behind a towel. Why not? I'm not afraid. Yeah. I don't think I could do that now. I don't think there'd be a towel big enough for me to hide behind. You could get Patrick to pick you both up, meet you at Bembridge Airport. Yeah. Me and my Patrick. Bless him. No, because he wouldn't be able to fly his plane in to Bembridge. So he'd have to fly a Cessna. And I'm not going in a Cessna. Cessnas are dangerous, guys. Did you know that? Bloody things. If anything's going to blow in, if you're going to have a crash, you'd have a crash in a Cessna, like a twin engine. I think they're one engine. You know, one of those prop planes. You'll never get me up in them. Never. A few years ago, I used to live in another part of town and I lived near an aerodrome and I used to take off from there and my daughter went up in one. They used to allow you to like buy them as presents. I said to the family, nobody buy me a present to go up in a plane. I am not going up in one of those cardboard planes. Forget it. Don't buy me one. So they didn't. But my daughter went up in one once. Oh my God. Do you know which ones I mean? The ones with like, they're like, you get like the biplanes and they've got two lots of wings like that. And then and then you get somebody some pilot stands on the top. What? And then you got the propeller. No, just don't. Stop it. We're going on one of them. Anyway, so I don't think we'll be coming in one. I don't think we'll be coming. The reason I went off on one there, Ria, is because Patrick would have to drive one of those and I wouldn't get in one. No. I'd be like, no, sorry, love. No. Even though you're offering for me to sit on your lap, I'm not getting in it. Forget it. They're awful. Do you know that when I was saying to you, nobody guessed what I watched the most? Nobody guessed, right? Oh, no, Ria, you want to do wing walking? Oh, my God. No, please don't. nobody guessed that the thing that I seriously watch the most on YouTube is aviation. Love it. And it's not Patrick, surprisingly. Yeah, I do watch his new video, of course. But aviation. I watch videos where aeroplanes crash, aeroplanes fall out of the sky, aeroplanes taking off, aeroplanes coming into land. I love it. I'm obsessed. That's the only reason I've got to go to Germany, because I know a lot about aviation now. There's nothing you can't ask me. Ask me aviation questions. Come on. You watch doorless trains. Oh, I wonder if I'd find that interesting. Not on YouTube, I don't, Jamie. I don't watch Love Island on YouTube. No, I watch a lot of aviation. Now, you know, they're my sort of go-to if I'm cheesed off. The channel that I follow posts regularly, and he's, you know, has a lot of the up-to-date things that happen. You know, it's really peculiar. Not peculiar, but one of the things you learn is, like me, because I'm a bit of an av geek now, I watch a lot of these videos where they're called emergencies, but they're not really emergencies. So when I'm on Twitter and I see something come up, oh, you know, the Airbus 380 had to, you know, had an emergency landing into JFK, I think to myself, yeah, but you don't know what that was. And it wasn't an emergency, as in it couldn't land safely, as in one of the pilots had died, or as in, you know, it's got a fire. That could be something quite simply, because there's so many different categories of emergency, and that can be now the A380, I think, may have 4 engines. So that could be that when it took off, one of the engines surged. That means that there was too much power. Now, I don't know about not very good with like the specifications of the engines and things, but an engine, basically an aeroplane like the A380 can still fly happily with one of the engines gone, okay? But it has to be logged as an emergency. So it would then, because more often than not, they're not just doing like short trips, they'll be doing like a long haul. So you'd get like an A380, Emirates would go from America and go all the way to Dubai, yeah? So he's not going to go all the way to Dubai with one of his engines out. So he will say to ATC what's happened. They will then vector him back in to the airport. But the newspapers, who try and make such a big thing out of everything, will say, oh, yeah, this aeroplane, there was a disaster. It was an emergency. It had to fly back. But what I don't tell you is why it had to fly back. When was the last time? Oh, I shouldn't really say this because it did happen with the 7, let's be saying I know about airplanes, 737s, Boeing. They did fall out of the sky. The reason they fell out of the sky is because they were brand new airplanes, and they were, I have to be careful what I say because I'm just saying what I've learned and what I've read and what I've researched. Basically, they fell out of the sky because they were too advanced. They were new aeroplanes and they were too advanced for the pilots, basically. That's what happened. And there was a fault within the engine. And basically, it's like the autopilot takes over the plane. So when they fly, they take off manually. The pilot or the flight officer is the one that's flying the plane. Yeah. When they get to, not sure how high it is, might be 10,000. Is it 10,000? might be higher. When they get to cruising height, which is about 35,000, that's when autopilot kicks in. Okay. Now, so then they zoom away, you know, they're on like really high up, 35,000, 36,000. And then when they start to descend, they can descend in autopilot, but they then have to go back to manual. The plane doesn't really land. They can land autopilot, but it still needs input from the pilot to steer it. If it's really foggy, the pilot will tap in autopilot landing, yeah? But he still has to, he may have to sort of straighten it up a bit, okay? So there's your talk on aviation. How did we get to aviation? I don't know. Yeah, I was just telling you what it is I watch an awful lot of. Hi, how are you? Hi, Frank. I haven't seen you for ages. How are you doing? Is Jan short for anything? I changed my name legally to Jan because I didn't like my birth name. So there's no general. So that's my aviation. Sorry if I bored the pants off you. But that's me, guys. That's what I love. I also like crime stories. I watch a lot of those on YouTube. If I want something light-hearted, I quite like, I hate to say it, I quite like Thatcher Joe. I quite often watch one of theirs. Who else do I watch? That's about it, really, which is like, it probably sounds so boring to you guys, but it's something that I'm really interested in. And because of my interest, it's allowed me to fight my travel phobia. So that's a good thing. Yeah, there's a few pilots I follow on YouTube that put out some really good videos. So if anyone is scared of flying, get in touch with me. I'll tell you what to do. Nothing to worry about. Did you hear that, Gary? I'll talk you onto a plane, darling. Earn yourself some money, get yourself some money, and I'll talk you onto a plane. I tell you, it's the safest form of transport ever. You like flying, do you, Ria? Oh, your brothers, are you? Oh, that's interesting, Jacko. Oh. Yeah. Listen, because of my love of aviation, I was able to fly after 10 years. I hadn't gotten a plane for 10 years. And I'd sort of worked myself up to a point where I would never get up in a plane. I couldn't look at a plane without thinking, oh my God, how the hell does that stay up there? I'm being honest, guys. That's how I used to think. And when I went abroad, my holidays were always ruined because I spent the whole time worrying about flying back. I used to be so worried. So if I was there for a week, come the Wednesday, I was starting to panic, thinking, oh God, I've got to get on that plane again. Awful. So that's why I decided to study aviation, because my kids, they fly all the time. They've been everywhere. They've been to America, Las Vegas, Dominican Republic, Barbados, everywhere. I could never go to any of them because I was scared of flying. Now, I still don't want to fly to America. I can cope with the short flight. I'm hoping in time I'll be able to fly, cope with a longer flight. New York from here, I think, is 8 hours, 8 hours. That's a long time for me with my anxiety. So I don't know, but I can certainly do Europe, no problem. But it's quite interesting because of my how can I put it? The way I am. When I take off, I verbalize it. Can't help it. Cannot help it. I told you, I did a video about it. And, you know, it just makes me very energized. And I think it's my I think it's my anxiety. Now, what would happen before is after that initial like panic attack, it's not a panic attack, sort of ish, but anyway, after that, I would then be sat like that. Like that. Now, once that's gone and I'm up there, I'm like, I'm fine now. I'm good. Look out the window. I'm fine. And that's because I know part of the fear of flying is not knowing what the noises are. I know what the noises are. I know what they are. I know what the engines do. I know that. And if I don't, I'm like, when we were going to Germany, there's one bit where it was leveling off because the pilots have to level off. Yeah, so they go up. They don't just go up to 35,000 feet. That's impossible. So they level up. So they go initially to 10, go initially to 1, 2,000, then they level off, and then they go up again, and they go up to about 10, maybe 15,000, and then they go up again. So, and one of the leveling off, so I'm like, I can't hear that engine. So I've said to like the guy, now, always tell them when you get on a plane, always tell them you're nervous, because then they look out for you, and they do look out for you. Don't do what I do and wait, think you're going to be really, really brave and not say anything. And then, I mean, luckily I was in seat 1. Guys, if you're nervous, get row 1, because you're right opposite the stewardesses or whatever they're called, flight crew. So I'm sat there and the flight crew are sat there, and this is on the way back. And I thought, oh God, I'm going to handle this. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I got here. I can do it. On the way back, then they shut the door. The hardest thing is seeing them shut that bloody door. Have you seen the way they shut that door? It's horrible. And anyway, and you think, that door, right, if you let your mind run away with you, this is how your mind goes, right? When they shut this big, heavy plane door with all their strength, because it's heavy, and then they lock it like it's a tin of something, like you're locking something, and you think, God, really? That door is between me and life and death. Do you know what I mean? Well, you don't want to think like that. Don't think like that when you're on a plane. Anyway, so I was all right until we were running along the runway, running along it. I can't remember what speed they go, but anyway. And then I thought, I'm going to have to tell because I can feel it building up in me. It's going to build up in me. So I said, you do realise I've just got to tell you. And I was this close. I said, I've just got to tell you I'm a nervous flyer. And they went, oh, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. And then this woman next to me took over. I've done a video about it. If you want to see it, then it's on there. It's on my channel about come fly with me or something. And I tell you what, it's amazing. It really is amazing. And I actually quite like the takeoff, which is weird. I kind of like it and I kind of don't like it. It gets my adrenaline going. That's what I mean. It gets the adrenaline going. When I take off in a plane, I am like, woohoo, yeah. I'm like that. Oh, thank you, Frank. That's really sweet. I'm the same, but the problem is I say woohoo out loud, Rhea. That's the worst thing. Oh, you go, Gary, you are coming on a plane. You're going to come over to London because I'm not flying over there, love. Get over here to London and I'll take you to the beach. We'll have a lovely day in Margate. And then we can sing this song. Didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Margate? A beautiful day. We had sex on the way. And all for under £1, you know. And I'm going, guys. I've been talking for too long. Nearly 2 hours. How come, what's his face hasn't told me? He hasn't given me a time check. He's gone. He's left us, guys. So I'm going to go. I'm going to thank you all. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jacko. Didn't mean to say that. I know. It is cheap, isn't it? I forgot. I forgot. the words to that. I always forget the words to songs. Anyway, guys, wish me luck at the Carnival tomorrow. And we'll talk about it next week, but you've got to watch my Insta because it will be up there. I'm going to get as many pictures as I possibly can and have a lot of fun. Looking forward to it, guys. Take care of yourselves out there, wherever you may be. Take care. Smile, and the world will smile with you. Either that, or they think, oh, we'll give her a wide berth. She's obviously a bit of a nutter. That suits me. Yeah, let them think that. It doesn't matter. So you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week, okay? Bye for now. Thanks for coming.